All right. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about how a Bungie dev actually responded to a complete exotic overhaul for all of the exotics that are very rarely being used right now inside Destiny 2. Yes, you heard me right. Some love is going to be brought to some of the less popular exotics in Destiny 2. This all began when a Redditor posted saying this: can we get an underperforming exotic overhaul? Currently, there is far too many exotics in D2 that have either next to no or no place, be it armor or weapons, and with each new season dumping at least 2 new weapons and 3 new pieces of armor on us, this problem is only exacerbated. These updates/improvements would also allow older weapons to interact with the new mechanics of D2, namely champions, considering there's only one permanent way to stun an overload. I don't mean only slap a champion mod on the weapons, but for some it is an idea to go alongside other tuning. So a viral post there with over 6,400 likes, and in fact Bungie's community manager DMG actually responded to this Reddit post saying this: would love to hear more. Which exotics would you want to see prioritized in the future? How do they feel currently underwhelming? Team takes passes from time to time when balancing with development of new stuff. Can't hit every exotic at a single time, but we can always pass up the feedback on which ones are mentioned more frequently. And then people began to sound off, giving their ideas on which exotics in Destiny 2 they think are the most deserving of a buff. And let me know in the comment section below, which exotic weapons or which exotic armor pieces do you think are most deserving of getting a buff inside Destiny 2? I've created a short list here of weapons that I think could definitely deserve a buff or an adjustment. The first one is going to be the exotic scout rifle, the Skybird's Oath. This thing is just terrible in the game right now. Across the board, PvE, PvP, this thing is just unusable. This thing needs a drastic overhaul. My second weapon of choice for an overhaul would be the Acreus exotic shotgun. This is a power exotic shotgun that used to be so powerful way back in the day, but we really haven't seen any use of this in a long time. I would love to see this weapon be updated. Also, the exotic SMG, the Taraba. It is actually quite strong in a few different ways, but I would like to see an overhaul so that way it's held up to the high standard of being that raid exotic that you think of. Like when you think of 1000 Voices, Anarchy, all those raid exotics are usually held to a really high standard, which is why I think the Acreus and the Taraba should definitely get a buff. Along with that, I'd like to see a buff for the Truth exotic rocket launcher, especially for the PvE side. I mean, no one ever uses the Truth in PvE. It obviously has some good strengths inside PvP, but I'd like for this weapon to get updated to have an incentive to use this in PvE. And lastly, the Monte Carlo is an exotic auto rifle that not a lot of people talk about, but I do think that it's almost rarely used and would actually be nice to have an update on this. But let me know down in the comment section below, what are your top 5 exotic weapon picks to get buffed inside Destiny 2? The only exotic weapon that I will not allow for a buff to happen under any circumstances is the exotic grenade launcher Colony. Not allowed. No! As far as exotic armor buffs go, I mean, there's a lot of exotic armor pieces that could definitely get buffed. There are a bunch of exotic armor pieces that are definitely rarely used and far from the meta in both PvE and PvP. And let me know down in the comment section below if you could buff just one exotic armor piece for Titan, one for Hunter, and one for Warlock. Which exotic armor pieces would you choose? Bungie is listening, and I'm excited to see what overhaul they come through with these exotic updates. That's a wrap for this news story, though. Make sure to subscribe with notifications on if you did enjoy. Smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.